You're about to watch the easiest cowl neck tutorial on the streets of YouTube. Hey guys, welcome to my channel where sewing is made simple and fun. And in a few steps, you'll be learning how to make a cowl neck top in less than 30 minutes. I'll also be sharing tips and measurements for a one-size-fits-all, especially for those that are making in bulk for sale. Make sure you subscribe, like, share to family and friends that will be interested in tutorials like this. Turn on your post notifications so you don't miss out on any tutorials from my channel. Now grab your fabrics and let's get started. This is the fabric that I'll be using during the course of this tutorial, and honestly right now I can't even remember the name of this fabric. Please, if you do know the name of this fabric, help us with it in the comment section. What I have here is not even up to a yard. This is the fabric I had left after I made a dress, and I decided to use it to make this cowl neck top because it has been entering my eye. So yeah, this is what I had left after I actually cut out the belt and the rope. So the first thing we are going to do here is to put it on a fold. Also, you need to make sure that what you have here on the width is going to be enough to contain your bust measurement divided by 2, and what you have here on the length will be enough to contain how long you want your top to be. For me, checking what I have here on fold, I have about 19.5 inches, which is perfectly okay for me. If you're making a one-size-fits-all or you're making for mass production, what you should have here is about 20 inches or 19.5 inches or 19 inches is perfectly okay. The cowl neck is going to be very okay. But if you want your cowl neck to be deeper, that means what you have here on your width should be longer than 20 inches, about 23 inches, 24 inches. Just know that the wider this point is, the deeper your cowl neck is going to be. I hope you understand that. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up this side here. So I have two pieces here. The way we'll be cutting this, there will be no front and there will be no back. You are going to be able to wear it either ways because all your seams will be hidden inside. This is the rope that I've cut out to use as the belt for this top. Mine is quite big. You can make yours tinier if you want to. What I have here is 7.5 inch. To create the belt, I'm just going to fold this into two like this, right sides facing each other, and I'm going to make a stitch from this point all the way, and I'm going to close up one end because this other end here, which will be open, will be hidden inside top. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other rope, stitch it down and then close up one end. Here I have the piece which I'll be using for the ropes around the neckline. And what I have here is 2 inches. So to stitch down the ropes, there are actually two ways that you can do this. You can either fold it into two like this, stitch it down and then close up one end, just exactly how I described for the belt. Or you can fold it in like this, then fold it in from the other end and fold it into two. Whichever method you decide to use is perfectly okay. So I'm going to go to my machine now and show you guys how I'm going to stitch this down. So first I'll be starting with the belt. And then this is the rope. After stitching that down, this is what I have. I've gone ahead to turn out one of my ropes. I'm going to show you guys how I turn out my rope easily, especially when I'm dealing with tiny ropes like this. I like to use my screwdriver. So what I do is I use it, and this part or this end that is closed, I'm just going to use the screw and push it in like this, and I'll just continue drawing the fabric like this. Just watch what I'm doing and you understand exactly what I'm trying to say. So when I get to the end here, or when the screw comes out of the fabric on the other side, all I need to do is to hold on it like this, take out the screw, and I just pull it. You can see that the rope has come out easily. Honestly, turning out ropes used to be a challenge for me. That's why I think it is important for me to show you guys, in case for those that have challenges with this. Then to turn out the belt, it's quite easy because it is big, so all I have to do is just to turn it out with my hands like this. So after doing that, I'm just going to go ahead to give this a really good press. The next thing we are going to do here now is to insert our belt and our ropes. But before we do that, I'm going to be taking the measurement of my waistline and also the length. So for the waistline from the shoulder, I'm going to be marking 17.5 inches. If you're making for mass production, using 16 inches is perfectly fine. I'm just going to make a notch at this point so it will be easier for me to identify the waistline. Also, I'll be taking the measurement of the length. This totally depends on you. It depends on what you want to wear or how long you want your top to be. For me, I want it to be as long as this length. And I also decided that I wanted mine to have an asymmetric style line. So from the waistline on this side, I'm going to go down by about 1.5 inch and I'm going to connect it back to this point. Then I'm going to cut this out. Like I said, this totally depends on what you want. Okay, now we are going to be inserting our ropes. I'm just going to open this up like this. Starting with the ropes for the neckline, make sure that you are using this part which is open, okay? And then make sure that you place it about 0.5 inch away from the top of your fabric because you're going to be closing the top of your fabric, okay? And you don't want the rope to get stuck in that. So I'm going to pin down the other side also. And make sure that your ropes are inside just like mine is here. Coming to the belt, I'm just going to look for where my notch is and I'm going to place my belt at that point. You can also decide to go up by 1 inch or 2 inches up from your waistline. I later came up by 2 inches for my waistline before placing my belt. It should be inward like this, okay? Now I'm going to go and secure each of these ropes in place with a stitch. So after securing it in place with a stitch, you're going to get the other fabric and you're going to place it right sides facing each other, more like your ropes are going to be inside, like a sandwich method. Then I'm going to pin down my fabric together all around. I'll stitch this down using 0.5 inch starting from this point here through the side to the length and to the other side. On the side here, I'm going to leave about 2 inches. I will not be stitching it down. I will leave about 2 inches which I'll be using to turn out the fabric to the right side. So after stitching it down, like I said, I left about 2 inches on this side which I'm going to use to turn out the top. This is me just trying to make a notch at every point necessary, and then I'm going to proceed to turn this over to the right side. After turning this over to the right side, this is what I have. And this point that is open here, that there's actually 2 ways to close it. It's either you fold it together like this and you make a top stitch. Normally I like to stitch this because I usually don't trust gums or anything that doesn't give me satisfaction that it's going to be in place. But you can also use a hemming gum to do this. If I'm using a hemming gum, I like to double it, I like to triple, if I'm using a hemming gum, I like to add extra layers of the hemming gum just to give me the satisfaction that it's going to stay in place. Then I use a hot iron to press it down. You can see how that holds together. But if you want to be sure that it's going to stay in place, just, use a top stitch and just stitch it down neatly. So, and that is that. You go ahead and give your top a very good press, and your cowl neck top is ready. You guys, you can see that there is no front and there is no back. My asymmetric style line can be on the right today, tomorrow is at the left, because there's literally no front and no back. It can be worn either way, and that is how to go about the making of this cowl neck top. I hope you found this tutorial really helpful. Please make sure you give this a thumbs up so this tutorial can go viral. Share this to family and friends who you think will be interested in tutorials like this. Turn on your post notifications so you always get notified whenever I post a new tutorial. I'll be seeing you guys in my next one.